Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. Welcome back to another video of our 100 projects with JavaScript journey. I haven't been able to upload any videos for the last few days because of some issues, but here I am back with another project. In today's video, we're gonna see how we can um, count our words, count the characters, and calculate reading time. Alright, now let's see what we're gonna do. If I type something here, you'll see that these fields here is changing. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do here today, and we are gonna also calculate the reading time. Okay, let's do that in our code now. As always, we're gonna do our JavaScript from scratch, so let's remove all this JavaScript as we're gonna do it from the beginning. And in our HTML file, you'll see that our input field has a class name named input, and there are some other class name named character, word limit, reading time. We need to get all these in our JavaScript file, so let's do that first. So let input is equal to document dot query selector, and we're gonna get it using the input class name. Okay, and we have our let character class name document not document type, document dot query selector. We're gonna get it using the character class name. All right, same will be done for the others. We have to get the word, and then the reading time too. reading time reading time. Okay, let's copy the reading time. All right, done. And then we have to copy our word limit. All right, word limit, done. Now we have to tell our code what our word limit actually is. Okay, we have to set our word limit. So for now, I'm just gonna set it to 10, and you guys can change it to your taste. You can change it to 120 or whatever. I'm just gonna change it to 10. Now first of all, what we have to do is we have to calculate the number of characters we are typing in here. All right, for that we have to create a function. Let's name it count characters. And then what we have to do is we have to set the length of the value of our input field. The length of the value of the input field, the value we're gonna get from our input field, and set that length as the inner HTML of character. Okay, so very simple. Character dot inner HTML is equal to input dot value dot length. Done. Now we have to call this function. When are we going to call this function? When we are typing something in our input field. So we have to add an event in our input dot add event listener. And when are we going to call it? When we are pressing the key. So it should be key up. The event is going to be key up, and we're going to call the count characters function. Now let's see if it works or not. Reload it. Okay, it is not working for some reason. Let's see what wrong thing we did. Okay, we put area value max. It should be just value. Okay, instead of area max value, it's gonna be just value. Okay, now let's see. Okay, see, it is working now. There are 19 characters now. Now next thing we have to do, we have to calculate the number of words. And when are we gonna actually count up? When we're going to increase the number of the words, when there are spaces between our characters, or hash or dash, or maybe some other signs. If there are any signs between the characters, that's when the word count is gonna go up. Now let's do that. For that we have to create another function. Let's name it count words function. Count words. Okay, and we have to declare a variable named words in which we will check which we will check if there are any spaces or any other signs in them. Okay, so we can check input dot value dot match. Okay, match, and what it is gonna match, it is gonna match some signs and some other stuffs which I'm gonna copy from somewhere and put it here. Alright, so this is gonna check if there's any spaces between the characters, or if there are any dashes or hyphens between them. Alright, and now next what we have to do is we have to change the inner HTML of Word. Okay, so first of all we are gonna do some error handling. We are gonna check if there is actually any words there. Okay, if there is no words, we're gonna just set the inner HTML to 0. So for that we can set if there's any words. If there's any words, we are gonna set the inner HTML of Word to words.length to words.length GTH done. And we are gonna subtract the length of words from our word limit, as we have to change the words left number 2. So what we're gonna do is change the inner HTML of word limit. Inner HTML is equal to word limit minus words.length. It is gonna, what this is gonna do is it's gonna subtract the words length from our word limit and set and change the words left inner HTML here. Okay, and if there is no words, it's just gonna set our the inner HTML of Word to 0, as there are no words, to 0. Done. Now we have to call this count words function. When are you going to call this function? Exactly when we are pressing the keys. Okay, so same as before, all we are going to do is change the function name, count words. Now let's see if it works or not. Reload. See, there's one word and there's 9 more words left. Let's put a space. There are 2 words now and there are 8 words left. Now all we have left is calculating the reading time. And how are you going to calculate the reading time? Okay, we are going to calculate our reading time in this function. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we are gonna say that every minute our users can read up to 225 words. Okay, we're gonna think that every minute our users can read 225 words. So we're gonna calculate it that way. So we're gonna just say if there is any words, we're gonna set it to second first. So let sex is equal to, we're gonna put the whole number, not the float number here. So we're gonna do math.floor words dot length into 60, as every second, in a second there's a minute, and we're going to divide it using 225, as every minute a human can read up to 225 words. A normal human being can read up to 225 words. And now we're going to say if our seconds is more than 59, if our seconds is more than 59, we are gonna say that there are you need this much minutes for that. Okay, so we're gonna create a variable named minutes. Mins is equal to math.floor, as we're gonna put the whole number instead of the float number. Floor seconds sex by 60 seconds by 60. And if there is like 1 minute and 53 seconds, we are gonna show it like 1 minute and 53 seconds. So for that we have to redefine our seconds variable. So seconds is equal to seconds minus mins into 60. Okay, and now we're gonna set our reading time, the inner HTML of reading time here. Reading time dot inner HTML is equal to mins, if there is any minutes, mins, and plus we are gonna add a string that this much minute min plus how many seconds, and we're gonna say add a string that this much seconds. Okay, let's add space here. All right, now, and if there's like the seconds is less than 59, we can just set the inner HTML of reading time to seconds. Okay, instead of minutes and stuff, we can just set it to seconds, and we're gonna be done. Okay, and now if there is no words, here we said that if there is words, we're gonna do all these, and if there is no words, we can just set the time to 0 seconds. Okay, else reading time dot inner HTML reading time dot inner HTML is equal to 0 seconds. Done. Now let's see if it works or not. Reload it, and now I'm gonna type. So it says 0 seconds now, and now it says 1 second. Now it says 2 seconds. So we are done creating this. So now let me just recap you through all the code first. So here we are getting all the needed stuffs we need with the input field, our character, class name, word, reading time, and word limit, and we are setting our word limit to 10. You can set your word limit to 20 or 100 or whatever you want. And here we are setting event listener to our input field and calling our function. We made two functions. One is for calculating the characters we are showing here, and another function is for calculating the words and our reading time. So here we are calculating our amount of words we put our input field, and here we are calculating our reading time, and we are calculating the reading time based on 200 and thinking that our users can read 225 words in per minute, and that is how we are calculating our reading time. I hope this project helps you, and after complete, and you guys can try this in your local computer and deploy it somewhere, and you can put the live link in the comment box for me to check if how you did. Alright, so that's all for today, and in the next video we're gonna see a much more amazing project. Bye for now. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.